Example on arc of circle. Example. In the example, figure is given. In figure, triangle QRS is an equilateral triangle. Then prove that first, arc RS congruent arc QS congruent arc QR. Second, measure arc QRS is equal to 240 degree. In the figure, triangle QRS is an equilateral triangle. Then prove that arc RS congruent arc QS congruent arc QR. Second, prove that measure arc QRS is equal to 240 degree. Solution. First, triangle QRS is an equilateral triangle. Reason is given. Therefore, chord RS congruent chord QS congruent chord QR. Reason is sides of an equilateral triangle. Triangle QRS is an equilateral triangle. Therefore, chord RS congruent chord QS congruent chord QR. Reason is sides of an equilateral triangle. Therefore, these three chords are congruent. Therefore, corresponding arc RS congruent arc QS congruent arc QR. Chords are congruent, therefore corresponding arcs are also congruent. Reason is congruent arc of congruent chord. Second, measure arc RS is equal to measure arc QS is equal to measure arc QR is equal to 1/3 multiplied by 360. Reason is measure of complete circle. Measure arc RS. Here is first proof arc RS congruent arc QS congruent arc QR. Therefore, measure arc RS is equal to these three arcs are congruent. Therefore, measure arc RS is equal to measure arc QS is equal to measure arc QR. These three arcs are congruent is equal to 1/3 multiplied by 360. Reason is measure of complete circle. Here is division 3 1 ja 3, 3 120 ja 360 is equal to 120. Therefore, measure arc RS is equal to measure arc QS is equal to measure arc QR is equal to 120 degree. Give equation number first. Now, measure arc QRS. Now, measure arc QRS is equal to measure arc QR plus measure arc QR plus measure arc RS. Measure arc QRS is equal to measure arc QR plus measure arc RS. Reason is arc sum property is equal to 120 degree plus 120 degree. Reason is from equation first. Therefore, measure arc QRS is equal to, here is addition 240 degree. Second is also proved, hence proved.